everyone. Welcome to Triforce episode 200 live from the Jingle Jam 2021. I'm joined in the studio.
Hey, I didn't start my my Audacity.
Right,
can we do a mark?
Yeah, we can do a mark.
Sure. 3,
Okay.
2, 1.
Mark.
Welcome, P Flax.
Now it's a Triforce. Am I right, guys? Am I right?
You can't turn it on until you've done a mark.
I didn't feel that. So,
What?
Lewis said to you this morning, "What do you have prepared for episode 200?" I thought, why break with tradition and actually prepare and make an effort? This is my normal pose when watching doing Triforce. I just lie back, my eyes closed, I just mumble. So I thought, that's worked for 199 episodes. It's going to work now.
Yep, we managed to.
Is this actual episode 200?
Nah, if you add them up, it's probably 215 or something. But who gives a shit?
No, but are we saying this is?
This is
the big 200?
Yeah.
What did we do for the big 100? It was YogCon, right?
It was YogCon.
Yeah, live YogCon.
That's right.
There was a great meme from that YogCon where
there's a great
the two
meme
of us
from that one.
were listening to you read Bodega.
Although that was not Triforce.
That was
That was just a separate thing.
That slow pan was incredible, right?
It was just,
whoever was on.
How fucking angry you guys looked.
No, we were
Lewis's
into
face
it.
was like,
man, we were tired. Remember how hot it was? It was
really hot.
Boiling. It was insufferably
I know what I
hot.
saw. I know what I saw.
So this is how Triforce works. We say mark, and then we all get a boner, and then we all just sort of carry on from there. That's usually how it works. It's
usually Lewis
what's
has
this music? There's no music on Triforce. What's happening?
I
sort
think
of
TJ's
quiz
got
or
the
something.
extended intro, so it's
TJ, could we turn the music off, please? This is a place of silence and reverence.
and reflection as well.
Yeah. And
TJ?
he's gone.
Oh, thank you.
He's left.
He's doing it. He's doing it.
Oh, that's so much better.
We shouldn't need any help. We're fine as we are.
Oh, that's so much better.
We can manage. Do you need the bird singing and a dog nipping at your?
Oh yeah,
do this
Flax
properly?
can't podcast without birdsong in the background and a Russian spy nearby.
No, the last
either.
few weeks
You
it's just
can't
been
do it.
drilling and hammering noises because of my blooming neighbour's
true.
loft conversion. So no, just nice bit of sounds. I'm not hangover today. In fact, I was stone cold sober yesterday. Tried playing poker with Dav, Mike, Xylus, Ravs, and me. It was the most miserable experience of my life. I stormed out at about 9:30 and went back to the hotel.
Oh my god!
Did you
9:30?
Did you lose all your money?
I did.
Oh dear, went wrong. Well, that's what you get when you play with the Yogscast poker champion himself. He's gonna slap you down.
It's just shocking.
Yeah, I
Take
heard
your
Daff
money.
won the whole thing.
Well,
You did.
Made a fool out of all of you.
he beat the wheel. So any man who
He
can
beat the wheel.
he
Who's
beat
the wheel?
So Lewis played as Wheel Boy, and he had a wheel and he spun it.
Is this like a tie-in to his Wheel of Time sponsorship deal thing that he's been doing recently?
If it was, it's over. But no,
He's rebranded himself as Wheel Boy, Wheel of Time Boy. He's like the red T-shirt guy from BlizzCon.
That's my
but
new
it's Wheel
internet
of Time Lord.
personality.
no, he's just. It was a thing he does with Tom when they do tabs, apparently. So yeah, it was that. So he span the wheel and it would say things like all in or fold or raise or tip the dealer and stuff. And he managed to finish second overall
Holy crap.
by allowing a wheel to decide what happened. It was pretty good.
That shows the quality
Nice.
of the Yogscast poker, really, doesn't it?
It was great.
But yeah, holy crap, we got a donation. Of course, we're doing this as part of the Jingle Jam, jinglejam.tiltify.com. By the time this podcast actually goes out, though. Oh, no, we're doing it live. We're doing it live. Sorry, no. Kasu, thank you. He says, hello, Lewis, Sips, and Pyrion. I'm very happy to announce that I have a tiny penis. Have a Merry
Nice.
Crimbus. There we go.
Nice!
Something that happens
Nice!
throughout the year. People announce to me on the street that they have a tiny penis, or very occasionally a gaping vagina.
Yeah.
Which is always weird.
That's a rare one. I don't get
People
that.
do look around when they say that.
I haven't had any gapers. Mostly it's just dudes coming up to me and just kind of, in a coy manner saying, I have a tiny penis, by the way.
Yeah.
And sometimes within earshot of others passers-by, which is even funnier. I think we picked the best code catchphrase for
I
the
don't
podcast.
think so.
It's been a comedy goldmine at times for sure.
you. For me, it's just been an awkward fest.
It's been
it never works
horrific.
for me.
It's been horrific.
I don't know.
I've had men tell me they have a gaping vagina and women tell me they have a tiny penis. So I think it's just it doesn't matter. You pick and choose. You can choose whatever thing you want to say.
These days, you can be whatever you want to be too. Like everyone's slightly different.
Yeah.
You got.
We could have just chosen something like I have a real lust for life.
Yeah,
but we didn't.
Yeah, lust for life.
That sounds like something you want to
lust for life.
I've got a real lust for life.
I was when I walk home from here, I have to go across the square of Doom.
Yeah. What? I guess
Near
you can't really say what hotel you're staying.
No,
in.
but you know.
Describe the general area. What proximity is it to the office?
It's reasonably close to the office. But
do you have to cross a bridge at any point?
People would be able to figure out which hotel it is
Are you in
if
the
I
nice
literally walked you through it visually.
Well, Sips always stays in the Marriott. So
He does.
Okay, come on. You don't have to tell people that.
He likes it.
There is a fountain.
It's kind of
You
queenly class.
It is.
You wouldn't know this about Sips,
absolutely.
but he secretly wishes he was an English gent.
I have high standards.
He
really
does.
high standards. Yeah.
It was full of soap bubbles this morning. Hilariously, people had put washing up liquid in the fountain thing, and it would bubbles everywhere.
Very standard stuff.
But there was an awful lot of drunk people out last night. I don't know why. Was it a special occasion? Saturday.
Yeah.
I stayed at a different hotel when I was over for YogCon, which was like one of the last times I was over before COVID kicked off and stuff. And it was very warm the whole time YogCon was on, and I was there with my family, so my wife and my at the time 2 kids were with me, and that same fountain, the one with the steps that was filled with bubbles. I think that's just how they clean it. But there was a whole gathering of drunk people there all night into the early hours of the morning, singing Oasis songs all night long. It was the worst. Lately, do you ever feel the rain of the morning? Like all night long. Fuck me, it was the worst.
Other people having a good time. Fucking.
But
sucks.
I don't think people listen to Oasis otherwise. I think you get just like shit-faced drunk, and then you sing Oasis, right? It's the only time that it's reasonable to listen to Oasis. I don't think you could just be in your car and just put Oasis on, right?
If you do, don't let us know at home. We don't.
Just do not.
It's great sing-along music though to do the Oasis drawl.
When you're drunk, it is.
Yeah.
I'd say any other time not.
You gotta take your time. You gotta say
Cigarettes in hell. That fountain's very close to the spot where they dumped what's his face into the drink. The statue of the
Coulson?
dude.
Yeah, the slave guy.
Oh, by the way,
slave guy,
celeb spot this morning on the way into the office. I spotted a celeb. It was Judge Rinder. It was Judge Rinder.
Who the fuck is Judge Rinder?
There's a lot of BBC stuff in Bristol, so you tend to see people out and about. You know,
he was there.
Hub.
You saw Judge Robert Rinder.
Yep, he's a TV personality. He was filming something.
Is he like the shit Judge Jude, the British Judge Judy?
He's the shit British Judge Judy. That is exactly right. And I believe he's a contestant on Strictly Come Dancing. Chat to confirm.
IMDb gives it a 5 out of 10.
Judge Rinder?
Who the fuck is Judge Rinder?
Who doesn't know who Judge Rinder is?
I'm looking him up right. Judge Rinder. Judge Rinder is Robert Rinder.
He's doing panto in Bristol
this
at the
guy,
moment.
He's the yes, I know who this is. I know who Judge Rinder is.
Yeah.
What's his background though? He was like was he like a celebrity lawyer or something like that at some point?
He's probably an actual barrister of some description, right?
Yeah, he's been in all sorts of like reality shows and stuff.
God, he's desperate for it, isn't he? You can tell. You can look at his face. He is like one of these people who will do any
Robert Rinder
shitty like reality TV show that comes along. Do you know what I mean?
There's a lot of money in that.
He was on Strictly
He's
Come Dancing.
he's got an MBE though. I mean,
good for him.
Has he actually?
Do you have one, Lewis?
Yeah, but what did he get an MBE for?
Yeah,
for being better than Lewis, I guess. Like, that's all.
Then we should all get him. Here.
You can just. I think you just hang around the BBC for a bit and you'll get one, or you pay for them. You can buy them, can't you?
He was called to the
donates to
bar in
Conservative
2001 after graduating the University of Manchester, starting his pupillage at 2 paper buildings. He then became a tenant at 2 Hare Court. He went on to specialize in cases involving international fraud, money laundering, and other forms of financial crime. He was involved in the prosecutions following the murders of Letitia Shakespeare and Charlene Ellis in January 2003.
I remember
and the
that.
defense of British servicemen on charges of manslaughter after the deaths of detainees in Iraq.
He defended.
He defended British servicemen on charges of manslaughter after the deaths of detainees in Iraq. Yeah.
That we should probably leave that one off the CV.
Well,
Since 2010, he's been involved in the investigation and prosecution of alleged bribery, corruption, and fraud in the British overseas territory of the Turks and Caicos Islands. I don't know what that Caicos
The Turks and
Islands
Caicos Islands they're fancy.
they're like a little tax haven,
Yeah.
aren't they? I think probably like some of them.
Right.
Tax
So
havens. By the way, we're
Spies
slagging
go.
off tax havens.
That's where James Bond like hides out. Do you know what I mean? In one of these English overseas territories with like 5 people there.
Where are you calling
Yeah.
us from, Sips?
Where I'm reading this on Wikipedia right now.
From a tax
Oh, sorry.
haven?
Where am I calling into the podcast from?
Yeah.
Leeds. While practicing as a barrister, Rinder wrote television scripts in his spare time. Upon attempting to sell one, he met producer Tom McClellan. He approached ITV with a proposal for a remake of the 1970s program Crown Court, but this was rejected in favor of a British version of Judge Judy, typical ITV, and McClellan offered Rinder the opportunity to front it. And since 2014, he's been the judge in the reality courtroom series Judge Rinder, where he's been referred to as British Judge Judy. So there you go.
It's like Judge Judy, but he
wrote
camps
scripts in
it
his
up
spare
quite a
time.
lot. You know what I mean? Like he sort
Yeah.
of he does that. So it's quite sort of a
more fun.
campy version of
Yeah.
Judge Judy, where she's just
quite
belligerent.
Anne Robinson, isn't she?
She's like a belligerent landlady.
Well, I don't know how he got. Oh, Rinder was
watched
appointed
Judge
member of the
Anne.
Order of the British Empire in the 2021 birthday honors for services to Holocaust education and awareness.
Right.
Oh.
I wasn't aware of that. Wasn't
No,
aware
me
of that.
neither. No.
So he was. I mean, I actually sort of got a grudging respect for him as a defense lawyer rather than a prosecutor, because prosecutors are supposed to be these heroes, these like kind of. It's like the go-get. It's like the jocks of the lawyer world.
All right. Okay. Cut the stream. That's it. I knew this was gonna. Dude, that's why we can't do this live.
What?
This is too. He's out of control. This guy. TJ, get his badge and his gun. He's off the case.
Whereas
Let's cut.
the defense lawyers are like these, like you have to be a different sort of way of thinking, you know, to do that.
No, yeah, I know.
Because you're
Yeah.
often like going to have to defend people you really don't want to defend.
I think if
or-
you're a public defense lawyer, but I mean, the point is, like, who do you think all the drug barons have lawyers that defend them for huge amounts of money, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So
What
it's
about
not
if
like
the
saying,
if
I
the
think that's
glove
quite
doesn't
noble, defending mass
must
murderers.
acquit.
Like, well, you've got to do your job,
If
but I
the
don't think it's more
glove-
noble than trying to put those people
But
behind
it's
bars.
easier, isn't it, to be the superhero guy arresting people, getting them. Oh, you've done a bad thing. It's not as easy to be like, oh well, he only stabbed him 3 times, Your Honor.
But they're the ones who get bumped off by the mob, the
If it
prosecutors.
doesn't fit, you must acquit. I think if you're going to be a defense lawyer, you got to come up with some catchphrases, right?
It's basically
Like,
a catchphrase. It's all the game is just catchphrases. That's it.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think Roy
yeah.
Walker would have been fantastic as a defense attorney.
What, the guy from fucking Catchphrase?
Just say what's Mr. Chips doing there. Just say what you say.
Is it bun in the oven?
It's good, but it's not right.
Let's have another one. So yeah, I just noticed someone in chat. The Omnitrix Tug says, I met Lewis for the first time in August at a Lego show. So there was a little Lego. Everyone had brought their Lego to the ground floor of the
Right.
galleries and had a load of tables out and were showing off all the Lego they built.
Did you bring Lego?
No, I didn't.
Did you
but
dress up as Wheelboy for that one?
I
To
didn't.
fit in with
I
all
was
of the
just
other
walking
children
through.
that would have been there.
Wouldn't this have been something for, dare I say it, children?
Well, yes, but there's a lot of what's called AFOLs, isn't there? Adult fans of Lego.
So
And
can they not just say, I like Lego? Why do they have to have a AFOL? What is that?
well, it's
They
like
have to have like a technical
community.
like title for it
To make it sound official. That's an anagram
make
of
it
loaf.
sound
They
less-
should call themselves
yeah.
loafs.
Right. What Lego of
adult
fans.
Lego of adult fabrication.
I see.
There
Yes.
you go. Oh yeah, no, that works. Yeah.
And
AFOL gang, right? There's people in my chat have just all gone crazy. I think there's a lot of
Big gaping
AFOLs in
AFOLs.
here. Yeah.
no, so I mean, it's
Also known as a man-child.
see maybe
We all are kind of, but the thing
Yeah.
is,
Good one, chat.
why did you go to this?
Well, I didn't go to it. It was there when I was there. I was passing
Oh.
through.
He lives in the lobby of that.
I went to a bench pressing competition and a beer drinking, see who could drink the most beer competition.
There were some nerds in the lobby doing their Lego. So I buffed in. I was like, what the fuck, dude?
This is for kids.
Can you make that into a barbell or something useful? No. Tiffany!
So come look at these nerds.
Oh man.
So no, they had like basically they had like these kind of donut shaped tables set up, and so they could stand in the middle of the tables and people could walk around.
right.
And there were sometimes they had like a railway going around the whole thing.
Gosh.
Or one of them had like one of those ball machines that like moves balls.
If anything is called a ball machine, I just immediately laugh.
I
Same
love
as
that.
like when people talk about a ball pit.
Ball pit. I mean, a
funny,
ball
dude.
pit
Say
to
this,
me
okay?
does seem like one of those sort of. It does seem like basically just a breeding pit for disease.
Well,
you know?
it sounds like your armpit, but for your nuts, like a ball pit.
Oh,
I also
Yeah.
wonder.
is that your gooch?
I don't know. I don't tuck them under.
Is that the ball pit?
I want to know what ball machine would you trust actually with your balls? If someone described it as a ball machine, what is your version of what would be an acceptable piece of machinery to put your nuts in?
I see what you're saying.
Okay, for me it would be Data from Star Trek: The Next Generation, but with George Costanza's soft hands when
I
he
thought you were
did the
going to
hand
say
modeling.
that, Captain. I call my mouth the ball machine.
Captain.
Feel free to place them in here.
Captain, I have been reprogrammed as the ball machine. Good job, Data. Touch my
Engage ball
balls.
machine. Captain, I believe we should raise shields. Shut up, Wolf. The ball machine and I are having words.
Fuck me, man. You know what? I like Lego.
Cupping
I like
wine.
Lego as much as the next guy. I do like Lego, but not enough to label myself as a Lego lover or give myself an acronym or whatever. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like that's too far for me. Like I just think
Is that putting?
I
you
like Lego.
backwards?
Whatever.
You know,
Why?
should they be less? I mean, is it one of these terms that is basically just because they're ashamed? You know, and it's just better just to be open with it.
I
Just
think
be
there's strength in numbers. And the moment you have a group calling themselves AFOL or Loaf or whatever they're called,
it does.
Yeah.
It does sound.
then you empower yourself and you're saying, no, we're part of AFOL and we're together.
Yeah, it's like
stand
NAMBLA.
with,
Like,
stand
you
with
didn't
me,
even-
brothers. It's like a banner.
Yeah, you didn't need to come up with an acronym or even name yourselves.
It
but
does sound like they're armed, though, doesn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I wonder if they're on the list of potential terrorist
Made
organizations.
myself a Lego AK-47.
We need to keep an eye on
This is
AFOL.
my Lego Desert Eagle.
Oh man.
All right, Mr. President, here's this morning's briefing. We got Al Qaeda, of course, and the IRA are still knocking about. A couple of other white supremacist groups, and then we got this new one, AFOL.
They seem to have come out of nowhere.
Apparently, they got a lot of tanks. They got a Death Star, gas station, airport, a couple of hotels.
house from The Simpsons. The Ecto One.
They got a lot of Harry Potter stuff.
Got a beautiful Eiffel Tower.
They got Harry Potter, for God's sake, Mr. President. He's working with them. The whole Star Wars ensemble, forget about it.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man,
Forget about it.
Thor, they got Thor. Yeah, anyways, forget about it, Mr. President. They got Thor. They got Thor.
Several Batmobiles.
Oh man.
No, so,
Have you guys been up to anything interesting at all this week other than just drinking a lot and doing Jingle Jam? I guess Flex, you've been down since what, Thursday?
What day is it today? Sunday? Yeah, I came down Thursday, went to the
Yeah.
pub.
Yeah.
And then Friday, what did we do on Friday?
Oh,
Was Friday the
I
poker?
don't
Friday was the
remember.
poker.
Okay.
Friday was
Did I do something
was
else?
Friday.
We
was
played a board
yesterday?
game.
We played. No, that was yesterday.
God, it's
Oh, have you played with your model soldiers yet? Did you bring
No,
those
that's
with you?
Monday.
Oh, okay.
But I brought them down. And
gave him a
Lewis
box
gave me
for
a
them.
special box. Thank you, Lewis.
I sound like your mom. Did you pack your model soldiers?
Well, my wife teases me about them.
played with them yet?
She always said, "Are you painting your little men?" I'm like, "Yes." And this is annoying because I'm in the kitchen and she's working from home in the kitchen. So she's flaming me in the same room. Just every now and then she looks up, "Still painting your little men?" I'm like, "Yes."
Well, when Pyrion got here, I was like, "Have you brought your toys?" And he went, "They're not toys. Not you as well."
Yeah. I have painted my little men. Ben said, for a noob, he said, "That's not bad, Pyrion. You've done better than I thought you were going to do for a noob." I was pleased.
Yeah, you've done.
The praise of Ben means a lot to me. Lewis also had something to say about it.
He is very. He knows a lot about this stuff.
He knows a lot
right?
about a lot of things.
Board games, model painting, and stuff. Like he's
gonna
there's a high
train me.
standard. If he gives you praise, it means something.
Yeah.
Adult fans of little soldiers.
Yes, toy soldiers are okay. Lego is not.
Well,
Toy soldiers,
come
it's a
on,
historical recreation for those of us with an interest in the past. Lego is nothing. Quite
think
frankly,
Lego's okay.
does it have dice?
Honestly,
Is it a simulation, recreation, military strategization? No.
What if they did like a World War II Lego set? Like,
Then I should purchase it and I should enjoy it very much.
you know what the weird one is? Minecraft Lego. It's got to be
What
the
the
worst
fuck?
Lego.
What is the point?
It's so boring. Like they're just you know what I mean? Like
it's kind of a
like
step
you look at
backwards
Minecraft.
from Minecraft as well, isn't it? Because it's all
It's more tedious.
yeah. It's like
Yeah, that is a weird one. You're right.
Yeah, the sets are not great. There's some real stinkers. Like I think it's the undersea temple one just sucks. Like if you got that as a Christmas present, you would just think, oh,
The
fuck, this
undersea
sucks.
Minecraft
shit.
temple.
You better not open your Christmas present from me, Sips, because
Is that what you got me?
no, I didn't get
I
you.
was doing a reverse psychology.
I did get you
was
stuff.
saying I
Very
really
clever.
didn't like. Yeah,
Very clever.
yeah,
just
well,
doing a reverse
Lego's always a
psychology on
safe
you.
present, though, isn't it? It's always going
It
be
is.
like,
Yeah.
you know
Don't give me Lego
what?
unless it's World War II official Lego.
And I don't have it already.
Oh my god.
Someone in chat says Playmobil is better than Lego. Get them out of here. They're not even a sub.
Do you know some Playmobil is actually not bad? Like my son got a whole bunch of Ghostbusters Playmobil. The attention to detail is unbelievable. Honestly, like,
Someone says there's a
pretty
Seinfeld
good.
Lego. That can't be right.
there is Seinfeld Lego.
Are
I
you
saw
serious?
the set.
you
Yeah, it's
serious?
hilarious. Yeah, it's actual.
For reals?
You got all
What's
the whole cast is in
deal
there. Yeah.
with onesies? You can't
It's like his
find them when you
apartment, but
need
it's a set.
them.
It has all the cameras and stuff too. It's like
Oh my god!
Oh my
It's
god,
awesome.
it's
It's really good.
amazing.
I need it.
They look exactly like the characters as well. Oh,
I think this is how they make all their money now. Lego, right?
From
It's all
people like me
these-
going, "This is Seinfeld Lego," and then buying it.
Yeah, it's all these like it's all these collector's edition like IP crossover things. Now.
I mean,
You know, one of my favorite logos in the world is, I don't know if I can make this bigger. See if I can hold it up. The sad kid that's not allowed to use something
the sad onion.
because he's under 3. This logo begs a lot of questions.
0
First
to
of all,
3 sad onions.
he has
yeah.
he
0 to
has
3, yeah.
hair like that. Second of all, he's aware enough that he's too young to play with the Seinfeld Lego set, which means he is aware of Seinfeld at the age of 3.
Yes, I mean,
Doesn't make
Seinfeld
much
is-
sense.
It's
Well,
old.
this is the generation, right? This is the
Who's
Netflix
aimed,
generation.
Who is this aimed at? The Seinfeld Lego
Me.
set.
That is aimed at
They know
me.
what's up.
The Kramer model needs to be bigger because he's incredibly tall. So I want to see his body and legs need to be longer. I don't know if that's going to be break the Lego
Yeah, you can't do
galactic
that. really.
rules, but
Well, can you? Can you do that, Chuck? Can you make longer Lego men?
you could just
way?
put a couple of bricks.
You
under
got to
his
daisy
torso.
chain all of the legs onto each other, you know? Because like
Right.
the tops of the legs have the
They have
little
the two spigots.
yeah, they got the spigots that you could, and then
Hate
the
to get
bottoms of the legs have the receiver bays for the
There are
spigots as
two
well.
long,
so.
2 brick tall legs, apparently, according to someone. So maybe
Yeah.
you can get those.
Place your spigot in my receiver.
Yeah, I think there's like special, like again coming back to the Minecraft set. I think you can get Endermen, and they have very long legs.
Oh well, there you
Right.
go.
I'm
But
not
are
sure
they
that
are
would
they
work.
those fixed
Sure that
model
would
things that are
work
very
for
popular
Kramer.
with Lego now?
And apparently, the Lord of the Ring hobbits and dwarves have shorter Lego legs. So that's like if you get a special set,
So
you
it's
could
possible.
potentially have. Yeah,
Oh, I'm actually
Because I don't think that there's a Willow. Was it Willow?
sure.
The one that
George Lucas's
Warwick Davis.
fantasy
Willow.
movie with Warwick Davis.
yeah, Warwick Davis
with
was
Warwick
in.
Davis
Yeah,
in it.
I don't think that there's a special Willow set, but it looks a lot like Lord of the Rings, right? So you could maybe
Have you seen the
grab
film? Have you
a
seen
Lord of the
have you
Ring
seen
Hobbit?
Willow? Have you seen Willow?
I saw it when it came out.
All right, you know what? I've seen the film many times. We're going to do a
I've only
live
seen it
Willow
once.
quiz.
Okay, I've only seen it one time, and it's when it came out, and I was taken to see it on my birthday. I think I was 7 or 8 years old.
Oh,
Well,
well,
let's find out exactly how old
When
you
did the
were.
movie come out?
1988.
Right, it was for my 8th birthday. Then I would have gone to see Willow in the theaters.
Okay, well,
That's the only time I've
begin
seen
the
it.
what
quiz.
is the name
All right.
of the main bad guy in the movie? What is her name?
Willow,
It's Queen
Anti-Willow.
Bavmorda.
of course.
What
Fuck.
character does Val Kilmer play in the film Willow?
Willow,
Mad Martigan.
of course.
Of course, we
course.
knew it. Oh, good guess though.
Where does Willow first meet Mad Martigan?
Willowville,
At the crossroads in a crow cage.
of course. Yeah.
In a crow
What
cage.
derogatory
That's-
nickname do the humans have for the little people played by Warwick Davis?
Cunts. Little cunts.
They call them pecks.
Oh, close.
And what is the name of Queen Bavmorda's daughter who Val Kilmer seduces?
Sorry, I thought you said who's Val Kilmer's juices. But I didn't.
That is what he said. Seduces.
Val
Sorry.
Kilmer juices somebody's daughter
seduces.
in Willow? Oh,
It's Sorsha.
Sorsha.
Yeah.
of course.
Saucy
it is.
Sorsha.
Of
There
course
you
it
go.
is.
What?
Saucy
What special
Sorsha.
magical piece of vegetation does the wizard of Willow's Village give to him in order to defend him when he's out in the wild? He gives him some magic what?
It's that fucking La Bamba bread from Lord of the Rings.
You're
that
thinking of Lembas bread.
Sorry?
He gives him acorns. And what do those acorns do when thrown at an enemy?
Kill them?
They turn them to stone.
Oh, close.
Anyway, carry
Man,
on.
I was so close. How are we doing with this quiz now? How many
I don't
have
think
we
you
got
got any
right?
right.
You got 0.
Ah,
I think I'd get the Lord of the Rings Lego. I do actually. I kinda
You know
like
what we
the
should
idea of
do?
that now.
Let's do a Lord of the Rings quiz because we've all
Oh,
seen that.
I'm down for
Lord
that.
of the
I'll
Rings.
find one for you.
Okay.
All
No,
right.
no, I'm doing it. I want to
Oh.
be the quiz master.
Okay,
for this
no,
one.
fine, you do
Rings
the quiz.
Quiz.
Sorsha.
Okay, toughest ever quiz, Lord of the Rings. Okay.
Yeah.
It's gonna
All
be-
right.
do we buzz in or what?
Yeah. Okay. The Lord of the Rings toughest ever quiz. Do you know your Gollum from your Gandalf?
Yes.
Okay. What book? Okay, question number 1. What book did Tolkien want published simultaneously with The Lord of the Rings? There's 3 possible answers.
Okay.
Okay.
Was it the Silmarillion?
That's one of them.
Okay.
Okay. Second one is The Adventures of Tom Bombadil.
Oh,
And the third one is The Hobbit. Which one is it?
it's not The Hobbit, surely, because he wrote that one before Lord of the Rings. It could be The Adventures of Tom Bombadil, you know, because we meet Tom Bombadil in the Fellowship of the Rings.
He was in The Hobbit as well, though, wasn't he, Tom Bombadil?
Did they meet Tom Bombadil in The Hobbit?
I don't think so.
I don't think they did.
It's got
Or
to
is
be
it
the
just at
I'm
Adventures-
the
going to have
start
to
of
say.
Lord of the-
I'm going to say it's the
gotta be
Silmarillion.
Adventures.
It's got to be
It's got to be the
Silmarillion.
Adventures of Tom Bombadil.
All right.
Okay, well, so am I? If I vote, I get to overrule one of you, right?
Well, only if you're
'Cause
honest.
Lewis wants it. Okay, I'm gonna go with the Silmarillion as well.
Okay.
It was correct.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay, 1 out of 15.
Is it like some sort of background history that he wanted? Then that's weird.
Okay.
He wanted it
Next
published at the same
question.
time. That's crazy.
What does Frodo wish for at the Black Gate of Mordor? 1,000 Oliphants with Gandalf on a white one at their head. That the ring had never been found, or no killing.
It's got to be that the ring was never found, surely.
Yeah, I feel like it's the second one too. The ring had never been found.
No killing.
No. Okay.
I need to take a risk to catch up.
Well, the thing is, though, is that we've both decided on one, and then you've just gone with another one, and we overrule you. So
See,
it's
Sips,
just gonna
I
be-
didn't
Oh,
realize
we're playing
you were
together.
going to do this quiz. Like,
I didn't realize you were going to be in the quiz.
Yeah,
Well, I didn't make the quiz.
right, but you've also just Googled and landed on the first one. I think I think our expectation was that you would have the answers, we would buzz in, and you would quiz us.
How do I do that though? Just like go on Wikipedia and ask you questions, like based on what I've just read. I can't
Just
do
carry
that.
on. You're doing fine.
Okay, that the ring had never been found. We don't
Sure.
have to do the whole
Let's go
thing.
with that.
Okay,
That sounds
it
reasonable.
was wrong. It was actually we were all wrong. The correct answer was 1,000 Oliphants with Gandalf on a white one at their head.
Is that what
I
he
mean,
wished for? See,
So
that
that's
wasn't in the
exactly what he wished
movie.
for. Yeah.
I haven't read the book since ages. and ages.
1,000 Oliphants? Who the hell does he think Gandalf is? Not
Who's-
even he can
who's
rumble
making,
that
This
up.
is a hard quiz because it's like these are questions.
Well, it's the
that were
toughest
not in the
ever quiz.
movies.
It's
How am I
labeled
supposed
the
to-
toughest
I
ever
can't
quiz.
really remember what was in the movies.
It's
let
the
alone,
least
like,
fun
my
ever
memory's
quiz.
not that. I'm not the fucking.
Okay, try this one
what's
then.
his name? The
Try this one
Beast.
on for size.
What's his
How
name?
does Lobelia Sackville Baggins attempt to smuggle several small but rather valuable items out of Bag End?
Ass.
In the brim of her hat, inside her
ball
umbrella,
In her ball
in her
pit.
in her pockets,
In her ball machine.
and this in her pussy. That doesn't exist in the quiz, but let's just put it in there.
I'm going to
just for
say in
fun
the
as
brim
well.
of her hat. That'll do.
It's very
brim of her hat?
hobbitsy, isn't it? The brim of her hat.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's wrong. It was inside her umbrella.
Oh, of course.
I didn't even hear that. It's one of the options.
I don't even want to do any more.
I'm
of
done
these.
with this quiz.
They were
Yeah,
so
I'm done with
hard.
this one too.
Sips.
Yeah,
That
I
was
know,
so
well,
hard.
That feels like it was more a quiz
This is
about
on
the
BBC
books.
Arts, the Lord of the Rings toughest ever quiz. If you feel
Yeah,
like
but
that's
doing
about
this
the
yourself
books.
at
I
home.
reckon Duncan would have got all of those, though, probably. He's
Probably
that kind of guy.
would've, yeah.
Who reads books? One of those.
Yeah, I agree with Flax though.
AFOBs.
Toughest ever quiz, but the least fun as well. I think you got to find a good balance. You have to find
Folotra.
a balance of where it's not so insufferable that you just don't want to finish it, but also tough at the same time. You know.
I'm not
The mark
ashamed
of a
being
good quiz.
an adult fan of Lord of the Rings. You know, I'm fine with that.
Great series of books. Great series of movies.
What label would you give yourself as an adult fan of Lord AFOLOTR?
A falter.
A falter?
A fallotter.
About like
Folotter.
Axolotl.
Affalodder.
fellow.
Affalodder.
a ringer,
A hobbit head.
hobbit head,
It's got to be more
a hairy foot.
a ring
It's
wraith
got to be
or
something that they would know.
something
but
cool.
You'd know. You'd be like, I got hairy feet. It's like, oh yeah, me too.
I think you'd just change your last name to sound like a hobbit clan, like the Proud Feet.
Right. Or Sackville Baggins.
Sackville Ball Machine Baggins.
Hyphenated. Triple barreled. Yeah. We've got some donations though. Benedict donated. He says, still hoping for a P-Flax Postman Pat dub from episode 92. And I have a tiny penis. Do you remember that at all?
P-Flax Postman Pat Dub.
Obviously, there was
no
a thing
memory
where
of that.
You were keen for that. Harry O has said, this time of year, I've got a baby carrot for a tiny cock. There you go. That is
Jeez.
what a message.
No.
Deluxe
We're like a
Baker
little-
has donated £1,000 to charity and said, thank you for the podcast. I only spent 21,000 minutes listening to them this year.
Well,
There
if
you
you're
go.
a baker, what else have you got to listen to? The sound of
Deluxe
bread
Baker.
rising. You know, come on, stick a podcast on. Why not ours?
Yeah, it's good. Man, it's going really well, this. I'm enjoying it.
But the podcast
Yeah, it's
in general.
going better than I expected it would. You know,
What do you think
Well,
it was
did
going to
you-
be like? We've done 200
Yeah,
of these, and they've all been gold.
it's true.
Yeah.
Name a bad episode.
Yeah, try to just that's a good
We name an episode.
challenge.
We should ask like, what about like quiz questions about this podcast? Do you know what I mean? We probably won't be able to try for.
Architect
What quiz
says
did we
you
do
guys
last
are always
time?
recommending the book Bread Rising. Very good. That's a Baker reference and an OG Triforce.
Oh my god, yeah, mixed in. Yeah, that's crazy.
You ask us questions, chat. Yeah, you ask quiz questions about your Triforce knowledge. And
Anytime I was abroad. Yeah, those are always tough to do. You know, we're miles away and all that. Figuratively, literally, historically, accurately, scientifically.
Hey, I had my booster jab on Friday.
How'd you feel?
So I'm not. Well, just the same, honestly. Like a little bit tired, actually, but I don't know if that's from getting a jab or just from having like a million kids to look after. You know, it's hard to tell. So
Is Dav playing the Dota? Yeah, he is. They were stressing last night about it because Joe said he was going to go mid against Dav. And Dad was like, "Oh, I'm not up for that. He's gonna destroy me." And I was like, "You'll be fine." But he was really determined that this should not happen.
Why has he put that in his head? That's not going to happen. We're not going to make like the best player in the Yogscast play the worst player in the Yogscast.
I can see a couple of people online now getting ready. Alex, Bree, Bryony, Monkfish, Rav, Xylus, they're all in the game right now.
Yeah, well, they were really, really determined that this was going to be a very serious, very important game of Dota. And I was like, lads, can you calm down? It's just a stupid in-house for a laugh so we can laugh at you. And they were like, yeah, but...
I might play... do you know what? I've never played Invoker before. Today might be the day.
Okay.
Exactly.
Today, I might just be Invoker mid.
Wow.
Let's go.
Exactly.
No, you should all play Invoker. 5v5 Invokers all the way.
Invoker only, yeah.
Yeah,
I would actually watch that.
I was
just do that stupid electricity thing that eats all your mana on each other constantly, and then nobody can cast any spells.
Do you want some Invoker tips?
Oh, God.
Yeah.
All right, so...
Well, save them for the...
This could be a new segment. This should be a new
like
long-running segment on the podcast. Invoker tips.
It's like being...
He's a complicated hero. It could go on for years.
It's like the dad on the sidelines of their kids' soccer game or whatever.
I'm just going to give him three things to remember. Just three.
Okay, the three top tips.
All right,
for playing Invoker. Okay, let's go.
I use acronyms in my head to remember what of your Q, W, and E you need to cast each spell. So if you want to do the tornado, it's WWQ, which is windy, windy, quick, right? Which makes a really big, quick tornado. So
Invoker, you have to like combine spells together to form a spell?
Yeah. So you
Holy
have your
shit, man.
Your
so every time, every spell that they do, they have to do... So what? So... These guys have robo fingers then, right? There's no way I'd be able to pump out... They got to be scripting. Right?
No, it's just practice.
Well, no, you save two of them.
You can have two spells active.
So you can save two of them. You type in the codes to save, but if you want to play with more than those two spells, like in combat, you then have to type in the codes.
So for instance, you go WWQ and press R to invoke that spell. That's now ready on your D and F keys. So you press D and you cast that one. And then if you did EEE, which is all the exhort, that's the Sunstrike. So you press R and that's ready.
The Invis spell they have and the Sunstrike.
Right, so you can have two. You can have two spells ready to go.
Yeah.
After you.
Sunstrike is what?
EEE.
What is and what's Escape? What's the Invis?
That is QQW. Quick one.
What's the Ice Wall?
That is QEQ.
So normally, what you get is the Invoker doing the meatball or the
which
wind,
is EEW.
So it's the wind. They wind you up and then they meatball you, and then while that's happening,
what's the one where they right click you and stun you every time?
That is Cold Snap. That is QQQ.
So it's a whole.
Fuck that stupid shit. Like every time.
It's really good.
But yes, it is a nightmare. I've tried it and I can't understand how some people only play that as well.
Have you guys ever looked at Dota Buff and looked at the highest win rate thing? Like some of these guys have insanely high win rates, right? Like I was looking at a guy who has 56 games of Mirana played with 100% win rate. Like that's insane.
He's probably smurfing.
I guess so. Okay, the rank 1 player with the highest win rate in the game right now, over 1,908 matches played, has a win rate of 98.22%.
Right, so 1,908 games total.
Yes.
So that's a smurf as well.
So he's only lost it on this account. He's only lost 34 games, and he's Legend 5.
So a lot of the pro players have a smurf account they used to warm up on and to goof around on, and they don't want it on their main account. Almost certainly.
Look at this pattern.
So this is one of them.
Right, so I'm looking at Sips's Dota Buff activity.
Okay,
right?
Look at the gaps.
Yeah. Look at the gaps, but look at the consistency of these gaps. So basically, Sips plays Dota for
2 months.
Looks like about 10 weeks.
Yeah.
And then stops.
And doesn't
it's
pick it up again
so
for
consistent.
a year.
You play it for 10 weeks, you don't play for a year.
I'm a
You play it for
seasonal
10
gamer.
weeks, you don't play for a year. And you've done this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times in the past. And you've played Dota Sips this year for 10 weeks.
Yeah.
So you are due.
I know, so it's coming up to
your retirement.
coming up to my big rage out. Yeah.
You're such a seasonal gamer.
So prior to this, you hadn't played for 2.5 years, nearly 3 full years.
This is 3 full years of gap.
The
What's that
last
in
time I
December?
played, and you know what?
Jingle
The
Jam.
pattern continues too, because the last time I played a ton of Bounty Hunter. I had like a 14-game win streak with Bounty Hunter, and then I played a game with Cock Wobblemeister, and he triggered me so hard I uninstalled the game.
Poor
and didn't play for
Riley.
3
Riley
years.
is a goon from my Discord and an absolutely lovely lad. But yes,
Yeah,
I
he is,
do remember him saying, he's told us that's like his claim to fame, essentially.
Yeah, but
is that-
listen,
I made
if you
6
Google
quid
him,
Dota.
that comes up. That story comes
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
Also, though, recently I've been playing in games with him and some of your other guys, and we've discovered that
Less
if I
cock.
play Bounty Hunter 4 and he plays Tide 3, we win every game. We have a 100% win rate.
You went
It's just-
0-15
combo.
on that Bounty
Yeah, we were
Hunter.
watching. You went 0-15.
Yeah.
They still
That
won,
means you
though.
died 15 times. You didn't get any kills.
Yeah, not
Sorry,
even
you
one.
you just unlocked the secret to how to win at Dota
we-
every game.
Yeah,
you go
exactly.
0-15 on Bounty
Yeah.
Hunter. And
Oh, yeah.
the Tide's position 3 somehow wins.
Okay, look at some of my previous matches here, and look at this. Look at the last game I played as Legion Commander. It was a real stinker. And look at the Invoker in this game. The one
Look
with
how many
21
Bounty
kills.
Hunter games you've played. My God.
I know you've only been playing Bounty Hunter.
Oh, that makes me want to puke. Legion Commander. There we go. Lost match. You
10
went
hours.
Yeah, look at the- look-
3-17?
And look at the Invoker in this game, though. He was insane.
He was
it
21, 4, and 28.
Oh, he was
you
a
died
monster.
17 times, dude.
Man. Yeah, I know, but look at the fucking Invoker in this game, and look at the rest of their team. Like he would turn up, he was unkillable, he would kill a lot of us, and then the rest of their team would just clean up. Like it was just a total.
The
storm.
lion in your game was 3-24. Mouse over that name. I want to see who that was.
It's one of your guys, I
Hunter.
think.
Hunter. Yeah. This is the issue. You're playing with baddies.
But you're also playing with an Ancient, a Legend 4.
Who's the
an
Ancient
Archer
player?
5.
The Ancient was, I think.
Oh, it's Ashwin, is it? Oh, no, that's Matthew.
no,
Okay, that's a
no.
problem.
Well, I mean, you're playing with...
Eddie Smalls.
You're queuing in with, like, this Invoker who killed you was a decent player. He's played, like,
He was really good,
10,000
yeah.
games of Dota. He's not a noob.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, this is
41k net worth at the end of it,
Very
and
tough.
and their Venomancer 46k
Well,
net worth. He was also very
you
good.
died 79 times.
That's a lot of death.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
quite a lot of death,
That's
dude.
a problem.
I know.
By the end of the game, that's going to be what happens.
For,
All right, enough about Dota. We're about to
3.
stream it for the next 2 hours. So
Yeah,
let's
sorry.
talk about Christmas. Because this is,
Okay.
are we going to do another one of these before Christmas?
Yeah, we can do another one of these. If we got anything to say.
What date is it next Thursday? What date is
The
it?
16th?
Oh, the 16th. Yeah,
Yeah.
that should be fine.
And
My
then-
kids aren't even off school yet or anything.
Yeah,
I
same.
can do another one.
Same. And then the 23rd would be the next one, if we did one.
We can
23rd, I
keep
could
consistent.
should be
probably do that.
The
too,
Christmas
honestly.
Eve special.
Yeah, I could find some
Christmas
stuff for us to talk about. I mean,
The Christmas Eve special.
I usually have a little note. I haven't done any research this week though, so
Yeah, I mean, I'm not at my computer,
I've
otherwise
got-
I would have
I've got
things.
anything interesting.
I've
to
been
look
reading
at.
the rules to Bolt Action, ready for Monday's game.
Wait, how long are you down there for, Flax? When do you go home?
Till Thursday, my friend.
Oh my gosh! Like you're there for a whole
One whole week. And then
Week?
I've got to pick up my mum on the way back. So I've got to drive from here down to Bournemouth and then Bournemouth back up to London. But it's
And
all
does
right.
she stay for you guys over all of Christmas?
Yeah.
You sound almost disappointed by this.
No, it's going to be great.
Right.
Which means I can't get drunk and lie on the sofa because she's like, Ted, it's a mess in here, clean up. And if I don't, she does. And then I feel guilty. So it kind of,
That's how they get you.
yeah.
Yeah,
Man.
parents.
You got to put your foot down. You got
Oh, you don't do that to your mum, mate. I'll tell you what.
No, I know you don't.
Because she'll either bollock you or get upset, and then you feel bad either way.
No. He's saying you've got to put your foot down off the sofa, stand up, and clean it up.
Yeah.
Right.
Sorry, I misunderstood.
All right.
Well, there's, you're going to do that. When your kids are old enough, you'll come around to their house and tell them to tidy it up.
Never.
What do you mean?
I gave up getting them to tidy up. I go into their room and I say, this is a disgrace. That's what I always say. As if they're like, you bring dishonor on the house of foresight, But I just say, this is a disgrace. This is absolutely unbelievable. And there's like crisp packets shoved down the side of the bed and just clothes hanging off everything.
Really?
I was like, yeah. And I was like, tidy up. I told you to do this an hour ago. Oh, yeah, but feeble excuse. So I'm like, all right, well, you do it now or I'm going to take your iPad away for the rest of the week. And they do it, but it's like really half-assed. And I go, I come in and I just go, yeah, all right, good job, down for dinner. And then the next day I come in and it's a mess again. And they've just tucked everything under. We've spoken about this before, Sips, I think. The tidying consists of concealing. I'm like, that's not tidying. That's camouflage, all right? You're not ambushing me. These things have places to go.
The floor of the room is tidy, and then you open their wardrobe and everything comes falling out, right? And just shove everything in there, sort of thing. And
I get it.
That's cleaning.
I say to them, look, I get it. You've come home from school. You've been looking forward to chilling out all day. You've done your homework, and now you just want to spend a couple of hours relaxing before dinner time, and then it's into bedtime and stuff like that. So I get it. You want to chill. But just don't come in and just throw things on the floor by default. These are your things. I don't give a shit.
Have you ever tried doing it back to them, though? Like, when you get home or whatever, just get undressed and like leave your clothes all over like their floor and stuff. Just see what this
is where Matt
reverse it on them. Just see what happens.
Listen, I don't want to put any of my things on their disgusting floor, so no, it wouldn't work.
Just try and Uno reverse that situation.
Yeah.
I don't know whether that ever works though with kids. They just think you're suddenly into it now.
They just go like, yeah, see? Yeah, of course. We should all live this way.
And then you think, oh, why don't I just store my stuff on the floor? And then before you know it, you're just a even bigger slob than you were before. Slippery slope.
Man, the baby is 5 months old now.
Fuck off. Are you serious?
Yeah, it's crazy, eh?
God.
She still sleeps really well, but she has a bit of a cold right now, so she's all snuffly. And she still sleeps, but she stays up a little bit later, and she sleeps less during the day. So she's changing right before our eyes. Last night, we gave her bottle, and she was like fussing a bit because she was like all stuffy, and she couldn't breathe through her nose properly, so she was getting all like annoyed and everything. So I was just like pacing around the room with her, like rocking her and watching TV. And she was still fussing a lot, which is out of character. She doesn't really fuss that much. She's like generally pretty good. So I laid her down on her mat, just to have a break and just to give her a bit of a break or whatever. I looked down at her and she did, the poop face when they just like they strain, their face goes all red and like just look like they look like Darth Vader, like but with his mask taken off, like that final scene.
You're right about me, Luke.
Yeah. I looked down and it's that.
Luke, I soiled myself.
Just this fucking gurgling sound from her ass. Like, she just fucking just shit her pants, like, so fucking hard. And then she was just fine after that. I mean, babies are crazy.
Yeah.
It's just insane. Yeah.
What a wonderful story. So heartwarming.
I know. Just ends with a big pant shit. Yeah. Because she sleeps so long at night. Like, sometimes she sleeps for like 12 hours straight. But, we don't wake her up to like change her or whatever. My other kids were up all the time. So, like, they'd be up like every 2 hours.
Leaving their stuff
get
on the
them
floor.
up, change their diaper, whatever, give them milk, put them back to bed. 2 hours later, same thing again or whatever. This baby sleeps all the time. So she's got 12 hours worth of pee and poo in her diaper every morning. And it's a disaster. It's just like the whole thing is just hanging by a thread. Like it's every fucking square inch of it is just saturated with pee and poo. It's hilarious.
We were invited to a friend's wedding one time and they were like, no children. And I'm sure I've told this before. I left. This is our eldest. She would have been in nappies, so she would have been very little. Left it with my sister, who just lived down the road, from the wedding. And we were like,
Right.
can you look after her, until we get back for the wedding? She was like, yeah, no problem. When we went, this was about a good 6-7 hours later, we went, and her nappy was the biggest thing I've ever seen on a baby. It was like a huge growth on her whole lower half.
It's
was
like
just
an exaggerated version of a normal diaper.
And I was
right?
like,
it's like
did you
10
not
times
change her? She's like, I didn't know she'd gone. I was like, what do you think this is on her?
It's like drooping down.
It's ridiculous. It was so like it soaked every molecule possible. I think it was sucking water out of the air.
It was at max capacity.
It was like a still suit. It was like she thought it was a fucking still suit from Dune.
It's growing. It's just like
It's like one of those adverts where they just soak up like an entire,
It's literally like that.
like plastic tray of blue liquid. Or
Well,
whatever.
the entire solent was soaked up in that fucking nappy.
Well, I think when you give your children to people who don't have them, they're terrified. But it's hard for them to say no, right? And it's also, they don't really know what they're doing. And they're terrified to make a mistake. Whereas you're just it's just normal to you and you're used to it. And it's also kind of just annoying to look after someone else's kid or pet or something for the weekend.
Yeah. I agree. I mean, looking after other people's kids, even when you know what you're doing, is a fucking pain in the ass. So,
oh my god, yeah.
Because
you can't tell other people's kids off the same way you can tell yours off, right?
What if it chokes
please
to death? Or...
put down those little soldiers. They're not toys. No, you've broken that one. Yeah,
we're
going to move away from those.
Painstakingly painted to perfection. Please do. You just
those aren't
put them down
toys.
gently.
They're historical recreation miniatures.
Not in your mouth. Please.
Don't pick up that one. No, he's the officer. He's in charge. No, I need him. Yep, put him down. He outranks you.
Not in the pulpit. Not in the pulpit. Oh, he's never going to be found now. He's gone. Sarge!
Well, that's an hour, so we should get ready for Dota, I reckon. I'm hungry.
You've had enough.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Do we need to say goodbye on the podcast now? Are we done?
Oh, yeah. We'll say goodbye on the
All right.
podcast. And I guess we'll take a break and we'll figure out what the hell we're doing.
Yeah, well, that was a bit of a short one, episode 200, but we enjoyed it. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, we did. Have fun and good luck.
We'll be
and
back. There's a few other
God bless.
things.
Enjoy the
There'll be
Dota.
more structured over Christmas, I promise.
See you next time. Yeah.
Bye.
All right. See you.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.